Alright, peace. Got IT, I got Sincere in the building so far. Hold on for a second. I have something here that I need. I don't know if some of y'all know this person. I'll check something out real quick. I meant to come on. I meant to be on quite a while ago. I got caught up talking to my son about the John Morant situation. Mr. Greenwood. Well, yeah, that's why today is Cream of Planet Earth Day. Today is that's my oldest son's born day. So it's like I filled out the rest of my application today. Okay, I'm trying. All right. 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me? Got Malik alive. This is Queen Mecca. Can y'all hear me? All right, so let me see if how do I share this screen right here? Is there something I have to do over here? This is yeah, I gotta see this. This is this like because of this version or something? This is absolutely. Why won't they let me? Let me see something. How about now? Wait a minute, Charlie. You know, whenever I'm away for a minute, it's like I can't recall how to do things. Let us. Okay, let's try this, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta check this out right here. Bedbug 120. Welcome back. I'm trying to get something right here. This is, I don't know how to handle this on my own. So that's why I need y'all to come. But yeah, though, like I was saying, this on today, right here, was the day when I completed my application here. Completed the application and finished my knowledge degree in 1 to 10. Okay, so let's see if now I can if I can get this up on the screen for you guys. This right here. I know I'm taking a long time, but this I can't describe it. It's one of those things that you got to see it for yourself. Okay, let's see. Let's see if it. Make it divine wisdom. I have I'm trying I'm trying to get my system to work here so that I can show y'all what I'm about to show y'all right here. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so y'all got this on the screen right here. Let me, yeah, give me a sec. I don't know if I can enlarge this. I don't know how well y'all are seeing it, right? I don't know if anybody knows this brother right here. Can I get this to full screen? But here it goes. Does anybody know who this individual right here is? She said Hassan Campbell is talking Ghostface in the nation and what we supposed to be. I'll be a born off one. Yeah, but what is this? Does anybody know what this is right here? what am what am I looking at right here? Well, can y'all see this? Is does anybody know what to make of this? Like, what? Like, uh, is he friendly with me? Is he, is this like a warning? What is this? No comment from anyone? Yo, bro, Somebody sent me this on Instagram. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to ask y'all what this is. You asking me, is that a derivative of the 52? Not one of the ones that I've seen before, but people get creative. He wants to be he wants to be my security. I'm saying now look, we got a couple of questions here. First of all, how effective how effective do we think this right here is you got a knife. A knife is a knife now. It's not see like these moves right here, I don't know how effective that is. See like that? What's that? No comment. Huh? Y'all can't see this is the problem with y'all, man. Is that whenever I need y'all help, y'all enough. Whenever I need y'all help, y'all are never, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, today is my oldest son's born day. You know what I mean? Creating Planet Earth Day. You know what I'm saying? For both of us, we showed improved on that date. But you know, just in terms of where I put constant elevation right there is that's one of the aspects of constant elevation, right? Is that you have something that you really actually doing each and every day in each and every way. You know what I'm saying? And you're not depending on, like, I mean, I like to talk about it. It's a part of my history. It's a part of what got me to here, right? But, I'm not in the mood where I got to be constantly talking about 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and how we used to build. See, I still get busy. You know what I'm saying? Never, see, like I said on that live, didn't end up, I don't recall that being one of my lives, right? But, there's a difference between dissatisfied and not satisfied. You understand what I'm saying? So, if you're good enough that you learned your lessons, back in 1988, then elevation stops at 1988. If there is elevation, right, you're not down. The people who put in that work, you wasn't down. And you can come in, see, but it's one of the things where, you know, look, and this is one of the things that happened, right? I was saying that I wanted to come on earlier, but I got on late because I was talking to my son about the John Moran situation, right? I was talking to him, but that came up. I really hit him the primary reason because the day he was born, you know, and that's just another example, right? Where people that really get busy don't gotta be talking. People that really get busy, they don't gotta tell you, yo, God, I'm the brother that did that, right? Yeah, you heard about that thing that happened 500 years ago? Yeah, that was me and my people. See, you ain't got to do all that when people see you getting busy already. See, that's, a certain degree. I'm not saying that that's all it is, right? But that is a certain degree of insecurity. See, especially, when it's always me. You gotta acknowledge me because I did this thing at this certain period of time. So see your elevation, right? If you're gonna say knowledge is infinite, that doesn't, you can't satisfy that. You can't satisfy that by saying, well, I used to do the knowledge to the guy Darkim's videos. I went from not knowing certain things before the videos came out to knowing certain things now. Look, learning is a part of the whole thing. In order for you to have knowledge to put into activation, right? You gotta go through the stage of learning. But constant elevation is not just the learning of it, it's also the activation of it. You know what I'm saying? This thing was an idea, right? And now it's a physical reality. It's something that uh, you know, it has weight, it takes up space, and is visible to the naked eye. See, that's what happens when, you don't want to fall into the trap, right? And I thought this happened on the last live too, right? I don't know what y'all are talking like this is really some professional level martial arts here. Y'all talking about pressure points. So yeah, Don Bishop. I don't know who this brother is. Uh, this was in my mailbox. This was on my mailbox in Instagram. So like I said, I don't know if this is like he said. If this is you showing me that you could be my bodyguard. I don't know if maybe he's one of Rock 120's friends, and he's showing me what can happen to me. I don't know what to make of this. It's one of those things where look, I saw it. Now y'all got to see it. it's just one of those things. But in the meantime, help me figure this out. I don't know. I don't know this brother. I've never seen him before. His name is Emperor RJZ Godbody, but it's GHABADI. La Head. He's Godbody, but it's AMLELEAMHEH. Looks like his version of the Dance of Death. Um, Yeah, but I mean, like I said, that's a knife. Don't, I'm not caught up in the movies, where, you just flip a jacket around your arm and jump around. I'm not misled about, what is, but I'm just saying, I don't know if these moves would be effective against me. You know, that I don't, but yeah, that's, look, let me see if I can see any of there's some other stuff that he sent me. All right, yeah, that looks like somebody right there. Hold on. All right, yeah, see like this right here. Now they're gonna play games and now let me. But I don't know if y'all can see like some of this scribble or whatever this is right here. I don't know if y'all see that, but uh, this is not indicative of an ordered mind. That this kind of stuff right here is not indicative of an ordered mind. I'm not sure what is that super encrypted message about. Climb of Wu to hang the flag on for. Hey, listen, that's what I'm asking y'all. I don't know if y'all are friends with this guy. I don't know if y'all are friends with this guy or what's the name, but I'm not. I don't know what any of this is about. But yeah, that's what I've been that's what I've been dealing with right there. But getting back to dealing with constant elevation. You understand what I'm saying? And especially when you're dealing with the elevation, right? From the standpoint of, like, for all of us right now, right? All of us in this room, we came into the race, like the first leg was already set off, right? The law and the firstborn, they already set the first leg off. And then you come into the race and you like, well, why haven't we gotten further in the race? That's because this is your leg. Like if we run the 4x100, right, and you stand there saying, why we didn't get 200 yards, that's your leg. Like, see, just by the fact that you see something that needs to be done, that makes it your duty to do it. So that's one of the dumbest things people do. Is you come and tell me that something's messed up. Yeah, well, why you ain't fix it? I'll be a point to some serious devils out there, not to be taken lightly at all, even though kind of thing. I mean, I don't know, that the devils meant per se, you know what I mean? But I will say that, yeah, you got to acknowledge that, people ain't got it all now. That's what I say, just in terms of when people ask me the question of do I feel like it's worse now or in the 80s? uh, to me, it's worse now. You know what I mean? Because back then, you kind of had to be on who was the enemy. You know what I mean? You kind of knew, like, okay, if I'm wearing these items, right? If I go out with this jacket, with this chain, with these boots or whatever, right? I know what I got to be ready for, right? I know certain places I got to avoid. You know what I'm saying? Certain ways I'm gonna move and all of that. You can kind of, but just people, uh, just walking into the Walmart and just that's it. That's just somehow I can't make sense of that the same. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when in the 80s, like okay, let's say it's 100 tough guys, right? I know some of them. You know what I'm saying? Some of them is not. They're not even thinking about me like that because we people. But with this right here, like you said, this person, when you deal with this mental illness, a person can kill you out of love. That's a little bit different proposition, you know what I'm saying? But welcome to my world. You know what I'm saying? I guess this is one of the things that go with, uh, this level of teaching. You know what I'm saying? But you know, now I know about the dance of death, and and I've seen that video already. But I'm just saying that I don't know that these moves that he's doing per se uh, would have the same impact. Maybe he's doing it, but incorrectly. I don't know.
But, a question that, brothers used to ask, even though I just said we ain't talking about how it used to be, but just to bring it up to date is, especially when you was first coming into the knowledge, right? There were certain brothers that would ask, you know, what have you done today that shows and proves today's mathematics? Me not that you came here and you built on today's mathematics. Now, what did you do, right? Like what idea that you have, and then you executed that idea, right? And that embodies the science of supreme mathematics. Because we see every day people got all this knowledge and then they go outside and it's wisdom knowledge. It's understanding knowledge, coaching knowledge, power knowledge. They don't put the knowledge first. But has anyone asked themselves that question? That when you're looking at the supreme mathematics, you're looking at the knowledge degree in the 1 to 10. You know, you're looking at the 16th degree in the 1 to 40, right? How many of them things have you done this week, this month, this year? Or were you really just around people that was doing that, and then all of a sudden you went from English to French, and everything is we. An incident happened in Patterson where someone was off their meds and saw the protest on the news. I mean, yeah, I've been seeing that it's a lot of protests going around. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been hearing about something going on in Atlanta. Different things I've been seeing. I heard about some people got kidnapped in Mexico, but right now I've been so having my moves to make that I haven't really had an opportunity to really check a lot of things out. But can anybody do that right now? Or we still in the shy time? We still in the shy years? Uh, True divine. Are we still in the shy years where we don't want to build, we don't want to talk. You know what I'm saying? But what have you done? Yesterday or the day before. What are you planning to do tomorrow, specifically that uh, you know is the science of mathematics and the law of world manifest? Like there's some things we're gonna do tomorrow out of necessity, right? You're gonna go wherever it's your job or whatever, and you're gonna do that, and you're not gonna go there and eat swine and all of that. But what are you doing from your own mind? History that you predicted and wrote the whole thing. See, otherwise, right? The, you know, that's the first question people gotta ask. See, it's tempting for the first question to be that you ask, what has everybody else done? You see, if you can't really say that, right, then it's hard, at least for me, to understand that you with us. That, righteousness is your goal here. I'll be a born said today, I just studied most of the day about Asiatic culture. What does that entail, Asiatic culture? This book called Gods of Asia. All right. And so what is that about? Like Zoroaster and those type of people? You see, yeah, that's a science right there. As opposed to, you can study, listen, you're talking to the king of, studying trivia. He's talking he's talking to the king of studying trivia. So, yeah, when you actually take the time, what I mean, where, you studying specifically, you're not just, reading, you studying. Especially in today's world, that takes some paying attention to not get caught up in TMZ or whatever's going on. Purusha, I don't know that name, Purusha. But Zoroaster was basically uh, like he was one of the last guys that was around uh, before the Christian stuff happened. Like a lot of stuff that ended up in Judaism and Christianity was originally in Zoroastrianism. So being accountable for my own actions, not looking for nothing and no one outside myself when it comes to my conditions and results or responsibilities. Yeah, I mean, all that's in the wheelhouse, but we gotta cross over the line into um, like some action. Because look, on the strength of what I'm saying, like mathematics, right? See, when I got the knowledge, the mathematics in the front on the Gregorian calendar is knowledge born. Like that was the 1900s. You see, this day and time is wisdom at a cipher. And see, that's what I'm saying. This is one of the things I'm saying right now. You can talk about what everybody else did, but see, for some people, that was their job to make knowledge born, to live out supreme mathematics and be a law in their own good time. He said me being paralyzed. I said, I know I have to get stronger and start physical therapy tomorrow to get better so I could be an asset to the community I'm currently in. Indeed. And you know, there's a brother named Rashim. Rashim is in a wheelchair. Uh, you know, Rashim is the kind of person, right, that like Rashim is inspirational. Like I said, even though he's in a wheelchair, the shit that he could do in the wheelchair, it inspires me. Like that's one of the reasons I work out and shit. Like, you know, shit. Rashid could do all that. Yeah. Rashid, see, he used to ball before he was in the wheelchair. So he still got a whole tournament. He comes out, he got the the jerseys, the trophies, everything, you know what I'm saying? And for decades now, you know what I'm saying? That's just a known thing that in the summertime, the kids go out to see Rashid. You know what I'm saying? And just he's one of the people that when he come outside, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he in a wheelchair, so you know he rolling down the street, but everybody knows him. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's one of the things where, like I said, you either got to be inspired or embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? That he's doing that. Ron Bishop said the book 12 Crucified Saviors, Zoroastrianism is mentioned. Purusha is the original man, ancient is the original man in ancient India's teachings. Well, I don't think they got a colored man in the ancient Indian teachings. Just time wise, that would be difficult. But what I'm saying though too is you gotta realize that one of the reasons why y'all having a hard time civilizing your brothers in the year 2000 AD is because the brothers whose duty was to make knowledge born did such a good job. Don't nobody want to hear that shit you talking. We already know that, son. We ain't see you do nothing with it. It's a nice set of principles, but what that supposed to get you? So you got a lot of people that got a nice set of principles, right? But they ain't never going according to them. So you saying Purusha was the first man. So this person, Purusha, in ancient Indian teachings is uh is is I guess you could say kind of the equivalent of Adam. And he said it was like that with me when I was in now why and I'm currently in Georgia. Thus I realized I have to heal and get better physically to go out more. Right, that's what you're saying. You gotta get prepared. Exactly. See, building up, right, is the step before making born. Gotta build up your energy so you can make some born, right, without collapsing. If you ain't got a drop of blood, you can't give a pint. reality is considered, so this Purusha is considered the blueprint from which all man or God came from. I mean, you know, when I say literally, I mean in the sense of the meanings of the words. Not like when people use it figuratively and they say, you literally said that. I'm saying in a literal sense, right? It's saying that a man is the blueprint from where man and God came from. Just, I'm saying on a, like, Purusha would have to be an idea. I'm just saying, just according to the uh, kind of principles and understandings I have dealing with the flow of mathematics. You see what I'm saying? It's like when we say when a person asks me the question, right? What makes you God, right? If something made me God, then that thing or person is God. So you draw it up as the cream of the planet Earth. Okay, now you need a lot of things, but I'm just saying like the first thing you say cream of the planet Earth, right? That's understanding. But if he's the blueprint for everything, then it's got to be knowledge. Because I said I always hear that I inspire others and I appreciate it 100. I'm focused more on my endurance to stay up longer to be seen and heard abroad. Yeah, you know, I mean that's the thing. You know, that's the whole thing too, right there. In terms of being self-motivated, that's a part of what it means when it says slave of mental death and power. Is that you make a move that's not of your own will and power. Somebody else is setting the blueprint. And like I said, you gotta remember, you know, we got a blueprint that Allah set up for us, right? The law world manifest. They got a blueprint that Yaqub set up for them 6,000 years ago. And see what's happening is you're falling in as the victim in a blueprint if you don't have your own blueprint that you live. See, a lot of people, they not self motivated. I mean, like, look, even I said earlier that we're not dwelling on back in the days, but I'm giving you an example. Not saying that the people at that time was any different, but just saying that already happened. So we can look at that example, right? You know, let's say we talk about high school, right? Let's go back that far. Now, like I said, every morning when you get to the school, it's going to be a cipher. That's just the reality. When you get to the front of the school, there's going to be brothers there depending on what time you get there. You get there closer to 7-ish, you know what I'm saying? you might see 6 or 8 people there. You know, you get there closer to 8:30ish, your second period, all of that, it's like 30, 40 people there, right? But here's the thing. It took certain people to be there to call a cipher. Like you might walk up, and if it's not the right people, if it's not the self-governed, self-motivated I God, right? They just standing around. Now they might know their lessons. When you come, you like, all right, boom, yo, let's just start the cycle. Because people's coming to school, they're getting off the bus, they're getting off the train, they walking up, whatever the case may be, they getting dropped off. So, everybody's coming, but some people is self-motivated. I don't want to step on no toes, but see, that's what happened. See, just like the guy said, look, I was one place and then I moved someplace else. Yo, ain't no guys out here. I gotta go outside. I gotta go outside and shine because there ain't no guys out here. See, when you sit in someplace, you like, yeah, I was someplace where it was knowledge, and then now, ain't no guys. You're not self-motivated. You was motivated because you was around us. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was the camaraderie, right? Whether you wanted to fit in, right? You know what I'm saying? As a child or whatever, so you went according to whatever the program, or whether it was out of fear, right? You just didn't want no visits. You didn't want no visit to your class or to your block. And see, the reason why you got those visits to your class and to your block is because you wasn't self motivated. When you got to the crib, you didn't think nothing about, yo, let me study the lessons. That ain't, when you around us and, we building on this, yeah, Yakub means that. Yeah, Musa means this. Yeah, this happening that. Yeah, you're picking up. But you've never come to the cipher with some research that, everybody ain't know you really, you taught us something. They're like, oh shit, word now, we didn't know that. You ain't never throw us an alley oop, yo, God. Uh, over there, they got something that, a resource is something that we all need to tap into. You ain't never even did that. See, if that's how you is, then it shouldn't be no shock why you don't deal with constant elevation. Because you're only elevating when somebody else is motivating you to do that. Okay, Mr. Green one. I was just looking at the definition of scatterbrain while we were discussing the one brother in that video doing the martial arts, and a synonym they actually have listed is mind of a slave. Because I said when you're the said person, your determined ideas must be made manifest. That's an interesting concept. You know, I'm one of the people that fall on the side of the understanding of that degree on that we're not the sad person. See, because one way to look at it is uh, in the wisdom out of psyche degree, right? It tells you what is the penalty for a sad person, but in the knowledge build degree, the knowledge born degree, right? It already told you what is the uh, the the penalty for a civilized person not doing they do, not doing they do, right? And when you're talking about the civilized person, that's an extension from the knowledge equality degree. So that's my lineage where I'm saying that's showing you that knowledge born degree is talking about me. Now, the sad person, right? When you look at all the times that it says said in the lesson, right? You gotta go back to the 1 to 10 now. Said always means supposed to be. Like, see, what is the sad birth rate of the Nation of Islam? And it tells you, yeah, it don't have a birth rate. What is the birth record of said nations other than Islam, right? And then it goes on to tell you that, yeah, what you think is the origin of those religions is not the origin of those religions. So in the places where it says said, right, it's never what it's supposed to be. And so the sad person, right, is somebody that, like we talking about, that you got this far with us, B, but you're not really us, man. Like, your penalty is not our penalty. You see what I'm saying? See, for us, the biggest penalty is that you you failed. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you beat yourself with many stripes. I'm just talking about just in general, like for instance, Malik, right? If you know, don't do your therapy for some stupid reason, I'm saying. Not if it's, some reason, you're not able to start tomorrow for whatever reason, but I'm saying if it's something stupid, right? And you know how you've been your whole life, that's the worst penalty. The worst curse is a mental death. All those different sayings that they say a coward dies 1,000 times, all the different things is because, right, the biggest thing you got to overcome is yourself. Even if you get yourself in these different bad situations, that's because you not overcoming yourself. You know what I mean? Whether, you're dealing with drugs, whatever it is, you're doing that. But see, the sad person, we gotta fuck you up. Pardon my French. You understand what I'm saying? See, for us, you know where you fucked up. See, you know when you knew what was the knowledge and what was the wisdom, and then you turned around and put the wisdom before the knowledge. Now, don't get me wrong. It also tells you there that blood is required at dying hand. So sometimes you're gonna have to pay that physical penalty too. But see, just the sad motherfucker that's coming around us, yeah, nah, you gotta be punished by the Nation of Islam, man. But look, I just drew that up. Maybe somebody else will draw it up different for you. be born said, yeah, Purusha is like the mind that keeps developing and creating and born in the true and living science. Okay, so when you said it's the original man, that was you putting your understanding on it. I'm asking them something. That's the question. Because now it sounds a little more like a little more related to like prana. Yeah, this so I keep forgetting too. When I do stream, guys, there's a big like lag time. So sometimes I'm talking, I'm expecting them, listening. But does anybody look? We got some new people that came in, so I'm gonna show y'all. I don't know if y'all the new people that came in, y'all didn't see the. So this right here is I don't know if y'all can see the screen, but this I don't know if this is a manifesto or something, but I was sent this in the email channels on Instagram. On Instagram there. You know what I'm saying? Uh, clearly this writing is a sign of a little bit disordered thoughts there. But there's more. I don't know if any of y'all know this, brother. Maybe y'all can help me out. But this is what he sent me right here. I've been asking about it. I was sent this since 21 hours ago. All hearts beats, all heartbeats productions. So if anybody can help me out, I come on, I build with y'all. I give y'all the jewels that I got. If anybody has any jewels for me about what this is about, much appreciated. John Bishop said, I fell victim to putting wisdom before the knowledge, and by the grace of God, righteous the bar, I received the virtue universal for it. He said, I literally said that about the God in the book, my understanding of self-creation. Now, what I'm saying is, you're saying that you said that about the God in the book, right? I'm saying, what does the book say? Because that's what I'm doing. I'm listening to what you're saying, right? And then I got to draw it up. I got to make some meaning of it so I can understand it, right? So as you started explaining it more, like I said, it sounded more related to the concept of prana, right, than the concept of the original man. Menticide. Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. Shout out to Menticide, the war against black minds. Uh, that's a clever name right there. We get into that in a minute. But yeah, I have this Sivo Jata also sends me stuff, right? But this is not the same account. So I don't know, if somehow because the dude Sivo Jata appears to be a little more heavyset. This guy right here, he used some carbohydrates. But yeah, both of them have sent me those types of writings. But is that all you know about them? Just that's it? Just that they do these writings and you know, do this dance to death like this? Are they friendly guys? Right now, I'm wondering if I should put some rocks in the sock before I go before I go outside tomorrow. I might I might have to I might have to get some rocks in the sock just to step outside. You know, in case I run into my man right here. Mental side so I can send you the ones I got. They look cryptic as hell. I don't know them at all. He just started sending them. Nah, nah, nah. Don't send them to me. You see, that's how you get. That's how you get caught up right there. You see, no, 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 no. I know that trick. I know that trick, mental side. You see, I knew you had to be watched when I saw that name. I knew, I knew, I knew you had to be watched when I saw that name. You get me like that. I wonder is Sunez familiar at all with this technique? I mean, I don't know. You have to ask Sunez. Uh, you have to ask Sunez to analyze this. I don't know if let me see. Let me put the link. I'll put the link in here. So that's the link right there. I don't know if you want to copy and paste it, and then I don't know if you want. I don't know if you want to. But I don't know if you want to copy and paste that. Mike's, Mike's fucking up there. But yeah, I don't know if you want to copy and paste that and then show it to Sunez tomorrow, and then maybe he can give you proper analysis. Like I said, my analysis. Uh, I mean, well, he's spending a long time with his back turned right here. I mean, some of this stuff, I mean, some of this stuff is one on one, but yeah, like see that right, being on one leg and all that type of stuff, like that looks good. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't know if you would be on one leg that much during, uh, uh, if you trying to kill somebody right here. He said, not sure why when I see this brother, I think about Gators from Jungle Fever doing his crack dance. Look, I didn't want to say that, but it does appear that there could be some substance abuse maybe going on here, possibly. See, when these moves would be good if your opponent is already stunned. Like if your opponent is already stunned, then you killing with this shit here. So yeah, that's for the new people. You know, I gotta look. See, I tell y'all to, you know, go out there and do your duty, but see, I gotta keep it 100 with you. I gotta keep it 100 with you and let you know that these are the kind of people that you gonna meet. See, I want you to get out there being a teacher, right? And then you start meeting people like this. They hit you up. They want lessons and stuff. You know what I mean? Uh, don't say I didn't warn you. that that things go with this teaching. It's a little bit, it's a little substance, little substance, guys. Like you do, just a little teensy substance. These people, you know, that's actually this is actually like what's the word I'm looking for? But it's almost like one of the. It's not a pastime. What's the word for it? Like one of the activities that we do up at the school, right? That it doesn't often, it's not advertised out there. You may not notice this, but this is one of the things we do is deal with these people and, we got all different types of methods. Sometimes, when we feeling in a practical joking mood, when we feeling like doing a little practical jokes, we refer people like this to each other. You see, some days I might walk into school, right, and they would tell this dude will be sitting in the classroom. And so I'll come in and they'll be like, yeah, we got somebody waiting for somebody waiting for you in the classroom. You see, I'm too smooth for them. I've been doing this too long, so I already know. As soon as somebody say that, oh yeah, nah, I'm just in and out. I wasn't, I'm not gonna be here. I got something I gotta go into. See, I'm too smooth for that. You can catch me with those jokes like that. As soon as they say something like that. Somebody called the other day. I passed them off. Well, it wasn't me. Actually, it was you, King Justice. You, King Justice, passed them off to Allah Shah. Did I ever tell y'all about the time they tried to pass somebody off on me, right? The same exact scenario I'm talking about. They tried to pass somebody off on me, right? Hold on for a second. See? That's why I need my music right now. So, back to the story, right? I come in, it's the same exact scenario. I come in, and the brother says, yo, we got somebody's waiting for you over there, got somebody for you to build with. And the person who said it is one of the biggest practical jokers. So as soon as he said it, just on GP, I was like, yeah, nah, I got something I'm doing right now. I ain't got it. So then the dude yells out, right? He yells out, oh, you don't want to build with me? You too good for me? So he starts. So now it's really like, yeah, let me, I got my thing I got to do, right? And I left. Do you know when I came back that night, they informed me that this cat had escaped from someplace? Like them people came to get him, man, with the police. With the police, G, the people came to get him. He escaped from someplace, man. That was one of them times, like you said. Yeah, you said Prince. Yeah, that's what I hit it with. Like, nah, yeah, I'm out of here. But yeah, that's it gets real like that up at the G building. I don't know what he did, where he needed to escape from, but I need to stay away from it. So in this last story that I was telling, we passed the person off, really was you King. So this guy, I come into the school, right? So you King try to line me up, right? And I already knew he was lining me up, cause he like, yo, dog, come talk to this brother on the phone. So as soon as he said that, as soon as people be saying that, I'm like, yo, God, listen, people that know me got my number and shit. Like I don't want to talk to you know what I'm saying? People that call for that phone, I just I'm not in the mood. Like you gotta be in the mood to answer the phone. You know what I mean? So uh Key says it right. So being that is you King, man, that's my man. So I was like, alright, man, what's going on, man? Like, I already know you King. Cause see, you King is so good natured that he don't want to tell the dude, look, get the fuck on. Right? You know. That's just not you King. You King is gonna try to work with you. You know what I'm saying? So put on the speakerphone and the dude starts talking about the police kidnapped him and he's out somehow, but he wants he wants me to put in the paper that the police kidnapped him. So as soon as he starts talking all this stuff, right? It looked, I'm jumping the gun on when, you know what I'm saying, on that at that time when I'm talking to him, I'm like, yo, look, bro, we not the Moors. We this not the Moorish signs. We looking for the Moorish science temple, right? So he's like, nah, I'm not Moorish. I'm God, but all this stuff. I got kidnapped. So I'm like, all right, but when they kidnapped you, what they charge you with it? Right? So he says he got charged with spitting on a police officer, right? But that the police is mad because he wrote a book about who started the fire in 2019. So as he starts saying this, right, I hit him with the listen. It's you gotta know when to hit cats with the forearm shiver. So it's like, all right, gotta get gotta get rid gotta get rid of this cat right here, right? So does anybody know? I'm gonna look. This is an open question. I'm gonna let y'all be a part of the story. Does anybody know what's the forearm shiver when you gotta get rid of somebody like that? I'll leave that open. That's I'll give my Alex Trebek on right now. That's the question of the day. If you want to get rid of somebody like that, how you hit him with the forearm shiver? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? I've been fucking up recently too. I've been listening to Clubhouse again. Whew. Like after taking a break and then coming back, it's like more ridiculous. Said the guards due to knowledge of the black woman who got kidnapped in Brownsville, Mexico, on her way to getting cosmetic surgery across the border. I had brought that up earlier that I read on it, but I didn't, go all into the details of what's going on. Like, but yeah, listen, that's just another pitfall of plastic surgery, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like another factor, in terms of, uh, what's the dangers of doing it. And it's a big step too, just in terms of, most of the times, cats don't want to, you don't want to mess with their marriages because that's the kind of heat that's going to bring down. So that's crazy. But now it wasn't all black women. It was one woman and three dudes, and two of the dudes got killed. It was her cousin. One of the dudes was her cousin, and it was two other dudes. Two survived, two got killed. At least from what I read, the story I read, because this stuff. No one, no one knows. No one knows what the forearm shiver is. See, this is why y'all got problems. Y'all don't know how to get rid. Y'all don't know how to get rid of bullshit. Come on, man. Somebody's got to know how you hit somebody like that with the forearm shiver. Whew. So everybody answer at one time. Everybody say respectfully. Yeah, yeah. I like that word. I like when the young boys say that. Respectfully. Like, listen, don't make me edge you out. It's been like a whole 5 minutes. Nobody's still. Forearm shift is a simple move. Yeah, I mean, something. When I heard about that story, I don't know if that happens to everybody. Sometimes you hear certain stories, and you kind of get an idea of who the players is. For whether they black, if they white, if they gang people, if they crazy people, whatever. So I'm just saying that when I first heard it, I visualized black people. See, let me give y'all the simple strategy of how you get rid of bullshitters. You ask them what's today's degree. Listen, invariably, invariably, these people do not know their lessons. Think about it. Anybody who's like 793rd, Don Bishop, a couple people have been here the whole 3.5 years. Which that's a whole other video I was gonna do, but I didn't want to. I don't want to offend you. Talk about that in a second. But some people that's been here the whole 3.5 years, right? Have any one of these people, whether they showed up in person at the class, whether they came on the live stream, or whether they just chatted in the comment box, have they ever known the degree? Do you remember any of those people knowing the degree? Hey, how many of them I'm talking about in the entire time you've been seeing me on fucking YouTube. How many people got past the first question before they reveal the damn what they talking about? 36 years, I haven't had that experience with people knowing lessons. So, to just complete the story, I asked him today's degree, and he just takes like 2 seconds to answer. But like 2 seconds, and we like, oh, yo, we gotta go, yo, oh, nah, something happened over here, gotta handle some business at the school, call back tomorrow. So then, at the last, before he hangs up, Jesse says, call back tomorrow between 1 and 3, talk to Elisha, maybe he can help you. And hangs up the phone. As they say, he used to Elisha into the bus like that. But that's what we do. It might not be funny to everybody else. It's funny that. We don't watch TV and stuff. We have to humor ourselves in alternative ways. But getting back to the 3.5 years, uh, this channel is, approximately the amount of time it took Elijah Muhammad to quote 120 lessons. You're saying from 1931 to February 20th, 1934, right? And, we started in December, right? That's so, a little month ahead of time. We started December of 2019 into now, a little bit after February 20th, March 7th. Elijah Muhammad, we've had, people taking shots at Elijah Muhammad from all different angles. But, good old Elijah Muhammad, uh, third grade education and all. Of course, we have, some people that say that third grade education means other things. But we do know he's from the sticks. So it took him 3.5 years to go through 120. But he had to go research the answers on his own. That's why we gotta love Elijah. See, now we didn't have to do that. Yeah, we had to go through the research to show and prove it, but now he's already pointed us in the way. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning now you know what event to go research. And you didn't have no idea that happened. Or you didn't have no idea that, this was the real reasoning behind it or whatever. And 20 lessons points you into it. Gives you a quick, steady guide, cliff notes. Then you go read the book. Saying all that to say that a lot of people should know 120. I don't know who all, we lost track of who's Mr. 120. We know some people did they thing. We got the original Mr. 120, of course. You Don Bishop had the title for a minute. I can't recall. I think, did Halftime take the title from you, Don Bishop? I remember somebody took the title from you. Did Mr. Green one? I think Mr. Green one had the title for me. Matter of fact, Mr. Green one had the title and didn't say nothing. But you got to take that into consideration. If we're dealing with constant elevation, it's a different thing, man. Like when 120 is like my sport. Saying, not saying I'm playing, but saying the amount of, the dedication that I put into it is the same way as somebody who, made it to professional sports, where it's like, yeah, when I'm not doing this, when it ain't something that is, necessary for survival or something, I'm getting my 5%. Yeah, it was Halftime that took the title from you, right? But just saying that, uh, that's being a kid, so I got all this extra time. See, a lot of times people ask people ask us, right? Meaning, people that already got the knowledge, well, how should I go about getting the knowledge if I'm older? You gotta figure that out. How are we supposed to know? We we, we got the knowledge as kids. That's something that you gotta figure out. You understand what I mean? How to put the time and the effort into that it really needs to get something out. You know what I mean? Like that's just something where you gotta just respect reality. that, you got somebody that is, dedicated to it, right, for decades, and you expect to get out of it what they got out of it, right, by just, glossing over it, and somehow you either don't respect, what it takes to accomplish things, or you don't respect the people that accomplish it. So you thinking that, yeah, well, these people are dunces. I got a college education. If they could do it like that, I can understand, the other possibilities you could be doing. And this is something else, I was going to expand on a lot. But making one of the cardinal errors of 5%, right? Which is thinking that because you understand something, you can live it out. That because you understand something, you got the power to do something about it or the power over it somehow. Nah, you just got the ability to run your mouth. So you can tell me all about how the issue started, how the issue developed, who the issue is affecting, how the issue is affecting them, where the people are that's being affected. You can give me all of those questions, but you ain't got no answer. I'll be a boy said who you setting the bait for. Nah, it's no bait. Listen, at the end of the day, these videos is only worth what they, otherwise then we just told some jokes and kicked it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Mathematics applies to everything, right? So, you know, we know what was the weight, what was the characteristics and everything of that knowledge by what's made born from it. So, we come and, make fun of the people, talk about everybody else, you know what I'm saying? And this person that did that over there and what I said to them about it or whatever. Fuck all of them. At some point, we got to be doing what we doing. Like, yeah, we got to respond and react. We got to, what I'm saying? We act. We don't react just as a matter of due course, but we also know what justice is, right? And sometimes we got to reap what we sow, and sometimes we got to sow what we reap. But at some point, you got to have a thing that you doing. You see, I'm George Todd. Like, if you on the road, right, you got to avoid the traffic, getting hit by other cars. But where the fuck are you going? If you just sitting there weaving in and out of traffic, you got to have a thing that you're doing. And see, the walls is closing in, where can be a particle out there. If you're just a particle out there, you're gonna get caught up in some magnetic field, right? And most likely, you ain't gonna want to be there. You're gonna be caught up in somebody else's magnetic field. And if it's somebody else's magnetic field, listen, unless they somebody that you know is your brother, in which case y'all should have the same magnetic field. If you in somebody else's magnetic field, right, then the best part is not for you. You try to come up with 1,000 exceptions. But, whatever somebody's making and owning, they mean for the cream of that to be for them. I mean, it's only right. That doesn't make them, that's not devilishment or nothing. You know, I mean, in reality, I see it the other way. And that's why I know a lot of people, they look at me, they might think I'm a little bit off. But I see it the other way. See, me telling you this, right, or not you saying as an individual, but me saying this, right, is see, I would be lining you up if I didn't say nothing. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, it's hard to say it that way. But if I didn't tell you that you're saying, it's taking me a little minute to get this 120 thing together. See, I'm lining you up for multiple many reasons. See, first of all, you know, that's me knowing my mathematics, right, and practicing it through the science of building on 120 lessons is how I got to here. So why I'm gonna lead somebody else in another direction? See, that's some crab shit. I'm not gonna hold the wisdom above your heads and shit. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Then the other thing is that, as time goes on, right, we're seeing, different things happen around us where if you don't have, a finely tuned third eye, right, where you can see the fineness, right? You can see the fineness and the things that can't be seen by the naked eye. That's when you're gonna get fucked up. You know the internet. You don't know your lesson. It's just gonna be some digital shit on the fucking screen right here. You can log off. If you can't log off in real life, see when Yakub and the people who's living out his teachings start living them out, how you gonna recognize it? How you gonna know how to react? When you get to the different forks in the road, how you know which way to go? I'm not your parent, but I'm just saying that, if your parent let you cross the street before they yell at you to look both ways, before they slap you in your head every time you step off the curb without looking, they lined you up to get hit. you know, you upset when you little because you ready to go across the street. Like now you can't go because you don't know how to look both ways. Can't line you up like that. The first street I crossed by myself when I first started crossing the street, I lived in the Grand Concourse, man. Grand Concourse is like a fucking 6-lane highway. Like, for the Grand Concourse, it's 2 medians. I'll be a more so I like to do our thing. What is it that we do? Speak our language, using the power of mathematics, teaching 120 our history, our goals as a nation and building. But, I was saying that earlier, but I don't think he was on this, is that we got to push beyond that. Dealing with the mathematics, right? This knowledge came about in the 1900s. So that's the knowledge born era. But now we in the wisdom ad era. So see, you know, making knowledge born, the knowledge is already made born. We exist in a cipher now where, you know, men saying that they're God kind of normal. We living in a time where, health, diet, consciousness, like there's bodegas in Harlem now. It's actually hard to buy a ham sandwich in Harlem. You know, I mean, whether we like it or not, I'm just saying that's how much knowledge was made born. That you got Puffy talking about his city's 5% culture, and Jay Z wearing a flag, and how the young boys say, you know the vibe. So now we got to see what that knowledge do. You know what I'm saying? Like not saying that what you're saying is not right and exact, and that doesn't have to continue to happen every day. But just saying that you got to remember, we've grown. Think about it, G. At one time, if you over 40 years old, right? At one time, there was nobody in the nation your age. So just saying that as individuals, right? But as a collective body, right? We grown men now. And women. But just saying that, like these things that you're saying, it's like, okay, we all went to a lot of school, right? We graduated, we magna cum laude, honor roll, 4.0, whatever, right? So now you gotta go out and get a job. You gotta go do some work. All of this. It's not about, comparing ourselves to other nations and what they're doing. It's about, mathematics is something that qualifies too, but in terms of quantity, you know, quantification, you know, it can tell you, how much distance you covered. You know what I'm saying? How much weight you pushed, how much work was done. You can say, look, this is where I was when I got the knowledge of myself, right? And this is who I am now. And you can quantify that, you know, you can deal with you can calculate the quantity and you can calculate the quality. So just saying that, it's not even a change in the form of to say we eliminating, like, we're not building on mathematics no more. We're not speaking our language no more. We're not doing that. But it's a development. At first, we were speaking the language to learn it. But now we gotta be speaking the language so that we can build some things, like a lot of things, the ideas is in place. And the ideas have to be developed and passed on, but then it comes a time where we gotta institute and execute on them ideas. So see, like for instance, right? Uh, who knows the difference between a parliament and a rally? Yeah, I mean, God's like divine say free power. See, but that's what I'm saying. You gotta look at that aspect. Because people ask those kind of questions, right? They say, "Yo, why the guys ain't doing this?" It's a vast multitude of reasons, but in those reasons, it's family. I did that when I was 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm not gonna be doing that now. But think about it. I got children that's old enough to have children that's the age I was when I got the knowledge. I mean, realistically, think about this. If y'all saw me still doing the same thing, you know, how would that look? It's not gonna work out. Stand in front of you, man. Right now, I'm saying right now. They're not even letting me in the lunchroom, man. I'll be a boy and said I know the parliament is about handling the business. Yeah, see, the parliament is a governing body. See, rally, that's just, excitement and, pep and all of that. We rallying together, that we won and everything. You see, a parliament, that's a governing body when we supposed to come together, right? And uh, have this system of making decisions as a nation. You understand what I'm saying? We look at bureaucracy has taken on a negative connotation, right? Because, when the bureaucracy gets too bloated, you see, bureaucracy at the base of it is just uh, a bureaucracy is a system to deal with whatever issue that people might have. I don't know the specific definition. Somebody look that up. But the bureaucracy is, see, when you go to the DMV, right, and you need a license plate, they already got a form right there. You fill out that form. You got this ID. All right, boom. Your all right, bomb. There's a license. Couple minutes. It's not a whole bunch of stuff. You got the papers. You got the money. You get the license. See, that's different when you got a problem, right? And you call the people and they like, oh yeah, nah, I don't know how to handle that. Hold on, let me patch you through to these other people. Then you get to the other people, they like, oh yeah, nah, computers, we can't see your file right here. We're gonna patch you through to these other people. Those people, oh yeah, nah, we won't even do that. So look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna come check these other people, leave your number, and then they're gonna call you back. See, there's no bureaucracy that's set up to deal with your issue. So see, right now, I'm saying whatever it is, you might have an idea, right? And you want to bring it to the nation for the benefit of the whole. That's what the parliament is. But the actual, you know, whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? When you form a body, we form a body under whatever's the idea that's our bond, right? Whatever is the common cause. But then you still got the social part, you know, not talking about being casual, but just saying how we relate to each other. I mean, those are our teachers. That, we do things mentally as well as physically. And verbal is a level of physical. Moving your mouth is an action. But somewhere down the line, even if moving your mouth is your action, right? Those words that you're producing from moving your mouth have to move people. They have to move people to do things. Like a lot of what Malcolm X or Martin Luther King, what they did was verbal, but it was because they had that much power in their words to move the whole world. You see, even with that, like I said, a lot of it was verbal. Definitely can't say all of it. But at any rate, you got any last questions? I think I got me. I might not like you no more if I keep going. See, this is why everybody likes me now. But that's what happens. So you get rid of the devil, now you got to really shape up. You ain't got no excuses. Is that it? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? I'll be a born. Said I get it. We got to make rain. That's not earthquakes. Indeed. See, because here's the problem, right? At some point, if we not making rain, hailstorm, earthquake, right? We ain't really moving no mountains, right? Then we become the said person. Because we just saying we doing all that. You see, just like the said birth record turned out not to exist. See, if all you did was talk and you didn't get into the action, then by the same token, uh, you wasn't really God. Like I'm saying, you know, something, when you're talking about, you did something that have weight and takes up space. Like something that, listen, out of this 6 sextillion tons, this little 2 ounces over here, right, I put that, that's, that's how it is because of me. Like the material that I made it out of came with the plane. But see, I shaped and molded it while I was here. And the way how that is right there, that's because me. like right now, what would your kids say, if your kids had to speak on you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just, like say, for instance, I was reading a story today. I don't know what makes me click on some headlines, but I was reading a story about Bill Gates. Bill Gates' daughter is dating a black man. I don't know what made me click on that story, but I did. And it just made me think of them as an example of just to say that right now, if they ask Bill Gates' daughter, about her father, say, oh yeah, he made Microsoft. He did all these, initiatives in Africa. These things that he did. This world is a little bit different now, right? Because, he's the maker and owner of some of this. But will it just say, use a good God-fearing Christian, pay your taxes? So I guess everybody's all up to speed for the day. Plus, fret not. This week, we had today is Cream of the Planet Earth Day. Now Thursday, we haven't exactly we haven't come with a title for that, but that's gonna be my pop's born day. So we gotta do a show for that. I guess if y'all got any questions, y'all can put them in the comments of this video after we cut it off, and we'll address them in the next video. In the meantime, in between time, you know, fortunately for me, I'm not in the G building, but signing off, do the each one, teach one, hit the like button, and I'll see y'all on Wednesday.